Hey, Coach, can you, depth-wise, where does this kind of compare? Obviously, you can probably feel a little bit better this year than you did going into last year at this time, but how do you think your depth is heading into fall?
Right now, we've got probably the most depth that I've had since I've been here, and that's a good thing to have. Usually in the spring, we have some guys that are not participating because of some medical reasons, but going into fall camp, this is a great surprise.
Everybody back for fall camp? Should everybody be cleared, Jaden? And
Everybody's cleared and ready to go, so it's going to be exciting.
Just the amount of experience that you have back there, do you feel confident that this could be a pretty special group?
Yes, we've got the two returning starters, and then we got some young guys who played significant time last year, and then we got some young kids that will add a couple more pieces to the puzzle. So I feel very good. Just got to make sure those guys that are behind the starters are ready to go at any time. They won't play away from playing.
One of those, Jaden Lucas, tell me about him. He's an upstate kid.
If you go back and you look at the young man coming out of high school, extremely athletic, made great plays. Just look at the ACC championship game, and he made a heck of an interception. But it's a telltale sign of something that he did the last game he played in his high school career at the Under Armour football game.
What stands out about this group that you think can be a defining characteristic? What are you trying to cultivate out of them that they already bring to the table?
That everybody's a starter. That you're just one play away from being a starter, and that you got to be ready when your time is called.
can you put a value on having Sheridan come back for that extra year and that leadership that he brings?
Anytime you can get a young man that has significant snaps as Sheridan, who's been through the test, through injury, through a lot of adversity, he's like a wise man. He can pour into these young kids and become that leader when I'm not around.
When you look at this group, what is the strength that you have?
I would say athleticism, leadership, guys who've had a significant time of playing. Guys who've been through the fire. You talk about a kid, Toriano Pride and Jay Lucas, who come as true freshmen who played a lot of snaps, which is very good. So now you feel comfortable with the depth. So now you have four guys legitimately that can go in any game and start.
Nate, just reflecting on his season last year, I guess when you see the first draft of him, what's next?
You saw continually getting better game after game, getting more confident, getting more situated in his position and in his role to a point where, he didn't want to come off the field, So it was good, and hopefully he can take that from spring and carry it over into the fall.
Devin talked about maturity with him last year, and he talked about that also. Have you seen a jump from him at that stuff, maybe off-field and leadership-wise too?
Most definitely. I mean, you're in a program such as this who basically squeezes you. You're not going to be able to be stagnant, stay the same in this type of program where there's a lot of people that are pushing you and pulling you and pressing you to be better.
Toriano is a guy that maybe could have let his confidence, fail a little bit last year, but it didn't look like it did. What do you look for him going into this season?
Big things. The kid's a true freshman. And I don't know too many defensive backs that have never give up a touchdown. The greatest ones have given up a touchdown. It's those that that come back. That's what you want to see from a young man, and he did. And so, from that aspect, I'm very excited about it.
With Sheridan, I know we talked about him having been a veteran guy, but just what do you feel like you need to see out of him in the fall?
Well, I need to see a guy that just goes out there and just lays it on the line. This is his last hurrah. So it's no more, hey coach, I'm coming back for a 6 year. He's done. So it's for him. It's just time to go out and utilize all the skills that he's acquired and all the God-given talent that has been given to him, and just let it go.
And you do have some freshmen coming in. What is your plan for them? What do you see out of those guys?
Well, the plan is, hey, I recruited them to play. I'm not here to put guys on the bench and heck, I may die tomorrow. So I want to see these guys play, and I'm sure they want to play too. So the plan is, hey, get them to learn the playbook, make that transition from high school to college, and let's go.
What's realistic for a guy like Mason Kelly who comes in for just down the road, coming all the way? What's realistic for year one?
year one is to get on the field in any aspect, special teams, offense, defense, wherever he can find a role and flourish.
Is he an underrated guy?
I mean, when you say underrated, I don't know. We've been able to watch this young man grow up over the years, and maybe if his school played the #1 school in the country, maybe, I don't know. We're excited to have him here. I know that. I'm glad he's rocking with me.
With a two-way guy like that, how does the practice time, coaching time kind of get split with someone like that when he comes in knowing he's going to play both sides?
Well, what you want to do is you want to make sure the kid has a strong foundation on either side of the ball. You don't want him to flip-flop around and he just be out there like a fish out of water. You want to get him to a place where he has a strong foundation where he can have some confidence. Because that's the one thing a lot of times these kids don't have when they come from transition from high school to college is that comes that they need to be very good.
Does it remind you of anybody who's come through the program before that you coached?
They're all different, in aspects, and I haven't been around him, for a couple of weeks, so, just to, you see him from afar, but now when you have them with you day in and day out, and you can truly get to know these young men, I'll be able to give you a better assessment of it.
Do you remember the last two-way guy you coached here, or any experience doing that at Clemson, or maybe in a previous someone who split both ways?
Ray McLeod. And if I could rewind again, heck, I thought Ray would have been a better quarterback than he was a receiver, but hey, he's had a successful career in the NFL, so hey, it's worked out for him. But me being selfish, I wish he played a little bit more defensive back.
When you're looking at young guys, first-year guys, what is the one thing that kind of sticks out as like, okay, this guy is ready to play at this level right now?
A guy that plays at a tremendous speed. Now, not ultimately, he's a guy that, drill, whatever it is, he's going full speed. He makes a mistake, he's going full speed. And some people don't realize when coaches say, if you make a mistake, make it go on full speed. It means, hey, whatever you do, just go. Don't think about it, just go. As my mom used to say, if you're thinking, you're stinking. I need a guy that's not thinking, just playing.